Okay, Shabbat Shalom. We are a small but mighty crowd tonight, and we're just happy that you're here to celebrate Shabbat and to be together. I promised everyone a speedy service so that we can go off and get our place in line or on the grass for fireworks, which I like because my kids want to go see the fireworks. First time in their lives, they're wanting to see fire. I'm like, okay, so here you go. All right, so Shabbat Shalom. This is actually the second week in the Hebrew. Let me see if I can find my notes here. Do I have notes? I don't even know if I have notes. Do I even need notes? I don't know. Yes? It's the second week in the Hebrew month of Tammuz. And we have our officer in the back. I'm so grateful you're here doing that. Thank you, Pat. But let's go ahead and begin our service with the singing of Ma Yafeh Hayom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Our Torah portion for this Shabbat is called Chukat. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about Chukat all the way through the service. But for now, we are in the wilderness. We are wandering around. We had the episode of the spies. We had the episode of Korach and his rebellion. And this week, a lot of things happen. We know that Miriam dies in the desert. And Moses is going to strike the rock in anger. And so we have a lot to unpack with this week's Torah portion. Hello and welcome. Shabbat Shalom. Come on in. I'm having everybody sit up here because I like warm and cozy. And this way, I don't have to do too many, I don't have to throw my voice. So that's right. We don't want to do that. Okay. So I am so thrilled that you're here this evening. And Sarai, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you be willing to come up to the candles to sanctify them and say our Shabbat candle blessing, which can be found in our Sidurim on page 2. And I'm going to put the microphone on so that the people at home can hear you as well. Because if we don't turn on this microphone, they can't hear, and then I get emails about it.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. Blessed art you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Thank you so much, Sarai. And it is a wonderful opportunity for us to be together on this July 4th, where we have a minyan. So we get to rise for Baruch Hu, which can be found on page 28, will the congregation please rise? Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. And I go first. I'm going to bow. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. And you respond to the bow. Baruch Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Very softly. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please be seated. So one of the things I like to do over the summer is educate a little bit about the prayers. And people don't know, but if we don't have a minyan, it is not customary to sing Baruch Hu, or even to do Mourner's Kaddish. And so, because people say, well, Rabbi, why do we need 10 people to be in one place in order to be counted? And I want us to think of number 2 pencils. If I gave you a number 2 pencil, remember number 2 pencils? Could you break it with your hands? Pretty easily, right? Yeah, exactly. All of us can break a number 2 pencil. But if I gave you 10 number 2 pencils, could they be broken? And the answer is no. A human being cannot break a box of number 2 pencils. And it's, for some reason, torque, pressure, I don't know the physics of it, but what happens is as part of the pencil starts to weaken, it leans against another pencil that strengthens it and doesn't allow it to be broken with human hands. Now, machines can break a box of number 2 pencils, but humans can't. And that shows us the necessity of coming together as a community and having strength in number. And so, we need 10 people in order to fulfill the obligation of communal blessing, the Baruch Hu being the first communal blessing, call and response, which is why I bow first and then the congregation bows. And then later we'll do Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish. We can continue with Via Hafta. Oh, I gave you the wrong page for the Shema, I apologize. But the Via Hafta can be found, 35, not 25, okay, bad rabbi, on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi ניצבך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem Emet. Let's continue on the top of page 39. Let's read together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. We continue on page 40 with the singing of Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, Norah tehilo, oh Seif Eleh, oh Seif Eleh, Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh. So there we are in the wilderness after God redeems us from Egypt, and we find out that we are eternally in Egypt, that every time we get close to the promised land, we find that there is another promised land. And so there is no there. The journey is the important part. And because we are all on a journey together, it's very important that we take a rest once a week, because God gave us this holy time of rest. And we remember that Shabbat is a suspended time of rest. When we sing Vishamru, God created the universe in 6 days, and on the 7th day, God rested. Well, if God takes a rest, all the more so that we and our household should take a rest as well. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. We come now to our congregational tefillah, the Shemona Esrei, our Avot ve'imahot, which can be found in our Sidurim on page, I lost my place, but that's okay. It's good for me. It keeps me humble. 46. Will the congregation please rise? Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye Meitim Ata Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Meitim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech meimit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atal hachayot metim. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hametim. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Will the congregation please be seated? Let's take a moment for silent meditation. We continue with Shalom Rav. May we all be blessed with peace, which can be found on page 60. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol ed u'v'chol shah Bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. At this time, we think of those in our communities and families who are ill and in need of healing. And on this Shabbat, we think of Alan Wolski, Alex Quintero, Zora Schutzman, Christine Dumas, Anthony Dumas, Renaud Verdier, Andrew Bider, Ken Markwell, Lynn Schutzman, Frida Yoon Angst, John Eulenberg, Barry Fidlow, Linda Belize, Julie Spicer, Faith Angst, and Jean Maynard, and all who suffer, whom we know not by name. Misha Berach, Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, V'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah, Hu Yevarech v'Rapeh et Kol Cholei Yisrael, Vayishlach Ahem, Bimhei Ra, Refuah Shlema, Refuah Tanefesh, Refuah Taguf, V'Nomar, Amen. May the God who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of Praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor. May God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen. We continue on page 253 with the singing of Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Our Torah portion for this Shabbat, Chukat, is about faith. Faith in the unknown. Now, many people don't know this story about me, but when I decided to become a rabbi, it actually happened when I was scrubbing my bathtub. Now, I was on my knees, I was scrubbing away, and I felt this calling. It was like a voice that I can't explain. And I thought, well, maybe I have mixed the comet and the ammonia, and I'm getting high on the fumes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, okay, I'm getting called, but surely this voice has like a wrong number, you know? So I called a friend, and I said, look, this is really wild, but I'm thinking I'm being called to become a rabbi. And this woman said something that really changed my life. She said, why don't you just answer the call and see where it goes? And I'm like, no, but I'm a songwriter. Like, I'm living in Nashville, and I love my career, and I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm not going to follow it. And within the next couple of months, I lost my songwriting position. I lost everything except for my partner and my job. But it was clear that everything that I thought was so important had then been taken from me. And what was left was that I had to obey becoming a rabbi. And this brings me to this week's Torah portion, Chukat. It begins with this mysterious mitzvah of the Parshat Adumah, the Para Adumah, the red heifer. Its ashes make the impure into pure, and the pure impure. So there's no logic, there's no explanation for this red heifer. This is just what the Torah says. Even King Solomon, who was quite a wise guy, admitted, I understood all of Torah except for the red heifer. And then later in the portion, we read that Moses is punished. Instead of speaking to the rock, as God has instructed, Moses, in his anger, strikes the rock. And water issues forth, but he gets punished. A small deviation, a moment of frustration, and for that, Moses is told he's not going to enter the promised land. Now, that feels kind of harsh and disproportionate and very unfair. But these two different aspects of the Torah, the red heifer and Moses not being allowed to get into the promised land, show us that the Torah doesn't necessarily give us the reason for the rules, and the rules don't always make sense. We just either follow it or we don't. So here's the truth. When we follow the call, like I did to become a rabbi, things might not always go the way you think they're going to go. And sometimes we only understand years later why it is that we meant to take that step in the first place. So this is the message of Chukat. It's not just about blind obedience, but it's the space between obedience and understanding. So that's where faith lives. Not the kind of faith that comes from the sure thing, the certainty, but the kind of faith that asks you to step into the unknown when you're at a place in your life where you don't know what to do. Now, there's a beautiful midrash, a story about a story in the Torah that deepens this idea. And that story is when the Israelites were standing on the Red Sea. Pharaoh's army was following them to attack them. And the Torah tells us that Moses raised his arms and the people walked through the Red Sea. But the midrash says, no. Moses raised his arms and nothing happened. Until one guy, his name was Nachshon ben Aminadav, he walked into the sea, not before it parted. I'm sorry, not after it parted, but before it parted. And he walked into his ankles, nothing. Knees, water was up to his knees, still didn't part. Water got up to his waist, nothing. Shoulders, still nothing, but he kept marching on. Only when Nachshon was fully submerged, eyes to his forehead, its eyes, ears, nose, mouth, everything, all of his orifices were submerged, that is when the sea parted. And for those who grew up on pop culture, it's like the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark 2, when Harrison Ford tells the woman that they have to go on the bridge and jump off a cliff, and she's like, what bridge? And he said, no, trust me, there's a bridge. And they step off into the unknown, and then the bridge appears. You can go look at it on YouTube later, but trust me, it happens. So, until Harrison Ford stepped off the cliff, he couldn't see the bridge, but when he did, the bridge appeared. So now, I am going to challenge you on this July 4th, Independence Day. What is it in your life that's asking you to step into the unknown? What are you going through that's frightening you? Is it an illness? Is it starting and ending a job? Is it getting a new car? What is it that is scary? What is the unknown? And that is where we have to bring faith. We have to make a space for that faith. Not loud, confident faith, but quiet faith that fills that void. And that is the message of Chukat, that every life that dares to move forward only years later understands why it took that step. It's not about having a map. It's about taking the step off the cliff or into the sea, even if all that you're sure of is that you heard something that's telling you to move forward. And sometimes that's enough. Shabbat Shalom. At this time in our service, we're going to think about those who have departed this earth and for whom we say Kaddish this Shabbat. We continue with Sigmund Kirschbaum, grandfather of Gerald Kirschbaum. Jeanette Casper, grandmother of Alan Wolski. Nathan Wolochuk, father-in-law of Cecile Wolochuk, grandfather of Cheryl Bogalub. Ann Kalin, mother of Jean Krasnow. Julius Miller, father of Bruce Miller. Fanny Mirsky, grandmother of Linda Mirsky. Charles Kaiser, father of Reese Kaiser. Florence Glass, aunt-in-law of Mo Headington. Max Glass, uncle of Maureen Headington. Marie Samuel Paul, father of Mimi Paul Bennett. Harriet Stoll, mother of Susan Schoenberg. Renee Tickman, mother of Richard Kurth. Judith Rogoff, mother of Libby Biter, grandmother of Marla Aviva Bentley. Burton Jackowitz, brother-in-law of Joel Bernstein. Esther Gluck, sister of Gerald Wolin. Linda Kleiber, mother of William Kleiber. Stephen Sondak, cousin of Jamie Heisler and my cousin as well. Herbert Glassman, father of Kenneth Glassman. Stephen Drapak, father of Cynthia Drapak. Jerry Lerner, father of Marla Huddleston. Bruce Robin, father of Aaron Robin. We also mourn the recent passing of Rosalind Borchu, mother of Linda Borchu. Howard Lipsky, relative of Julie Halperin. Jeffrey Cooper, brother of Peter Cooper. Herbert Sturkey, former custodian of our building. And Jerry Reinhardt, father of Julie Mandrew. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as together we recite Kaddish Yatom. If there's anyone who would like to add a name to the names that I've just mentioned, please feel free to do so at this time. We recite Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. Will the congregation please rise? Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalal uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudasha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved among us, as we say together, amen. Please be seated. As I was thinking about tonight, I wanted to leave us with something different and fun, and so I chose the song, This Land Is Your Land, and because I promised to get everybody out at 7 o'clock, and I promised my kids I'd be home very quickly, let's go ahead. We'll just sing the first stanza, but it's on the handout, and so please feel free to sing with me, because I wanted to be patriotic, and I didn't want to sing America the Beautiful. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Okay, so you guys get to sing the rest of it. I lost the key. I'm not even going to try to find it, but I just wanted you guys to have something to sing on your way out. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's it. But now I have to find it on here. So we have a to-go-neg, which is instead of an oneg where we all hang around, please feel free to take as much food as you want. I think there's like 5 to 10 treats for every person here, so help yourselves. And Shabbat Shalom. See you all next week, God willing, at our regular time, 7:30. And I look forward to seeing you then. Shabbat Shalom.